Good morning, Talkin Sticks family. I'm back with another episode of Talkin Sticks, and I have the pleasure to have on the show today, Gabe of GC Fitted. Good morning, Gabe.
Good morning, my guy. How you doing?
I'm well. I'm happy to have you on the show, and I'm ready to just dive into it. So before we dive into it, let me know what you're smoking on, and let us know what you're drinking on today.
Absolutely. As of right now, I'm smoking on the late hour, the Winston Churchill, a very diverse stick. I like this particular stick. It gives a smooth smoke throughout the whole stick. Of course, when you get in the mid-level, it's a little bit spicy, as well as, But I'm a cigar smoker, so I really appreciate you, Joel, for even reaching out to me. It's always a blessing to talk to you guys. Again, I just appreciate it.
Of course. I'm going to be smoking on today the House of Cadazz. Okay. I've let a lot of people know about this before, but the House of Cadazz they're made from a New York-based company, Brooklyn-based company. This is their Connecticut wrapper cigar, and I'm going to be having it with some Cafe Bustelo this morning, and we're going from there.
Same here, my brother. I have some coffee as well.
So normally before we kick it off, I ask, let's do a toast. So because you're my interviewee, you're my guest this morning, please make the toast.
I just want to toast to prosperity. It's a new year, new beginning, 2022. Prosperity and blessings to us all, my brother.
Prosperity and blessings to us all.
Absolutely.
That's some good coffee. So Gabe, what kind of cut are you gonna go with today for your Davidoff cigar?
I'm gonna do a typical V cut.
Okay.
I already pre-cut it, and then I'm finna light this bad boy up.
All right, I'm going with a punch again. I'm going with a punch again. I use this 4-in-1 tool from Elevate Bar Company. Okay. I use their bigger punch for the House of Cadazz today, and I'm going to go with a torch to light it up, so I could just get into it.
Absolutely.
I want to say thank you. You are my first interview of the new year, and like I said, I am happy to have you on. I'm happy to hear about your business. I like it from what I see. I don't want to get into it too much, but I just like it just, being in the fashion myself. So I'm going to let everyone hear about it. You please tell us about it. So let's dive right in. So Gabe, what is GC Fitted?
Yes, sir, Joel. The GC Fitted is a personal fashion brand. It's a collector's item. Okay. Again, I believe we spoke about it before. It's a collector's item of custom-made clothing for men and women at affordable prices.
Is it suits? Or is it just a little bit of everything?
Well, I specialize in suits. So as of right now, GC Fitted is exactly that. It's suits for men and women. Again, it could be any lapel, which is right here, your peak lapel, swift lapel, anything. I mean, it could be a blazer, double-breasted, single-breasted, peak lapel, long swivel peacoat, anything. We make it all.
Okay, all right.
Absolutely.
So before we get back into GC Fitted, just tell a little bit about who Gabe is.
Absolutely. The Gabe is just a guy. I'm just a guy, just a joke. I have 3 kids, 2 boys, 1 girl.
Nice.
My oldest 18, and then I have an 11-year-old, and then my baby, she's 7. I graduated from the Prairie View A&M University. Shout out to my HBCUs. This is Prairie View is down here in Texas.
Okay.
I got my master's degree from Prairie View. I'm just a working Jew, you know. I work for the city of Houston. I've been there for quite some time. That's how I got into the fashion, because at my job, I work in the office. I've been working in the office for the last about 10 plus years.
Okay.
I started directly when I got out of the military. I'm sorry. I was in the military as well. I'm a veteran. Hoorah to all my Navy vets.
Well, thank you for your service, Gabe. Thank you for your service.
Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. So directly out of the Navy, I ended up in the corporate business. So down here in Houston, of course, we have oil and gas. It's a lot of oil and gas jobs. So I initially worked in logistics, and when my career went from there. So basically what I'm saying is that I was in the office for quite some time. So I had to get into the environment of business casual suits, etc. And then I got into the fitted look because, you know, me and you, Joel, we're about the same age, man.
Yeah.
Back in the days, it was real baggy clothes, etc. So I wanted to change a lot of my suits. My suits were baggy. You know, I wanted to change that look. So I started GC Fitted. I started tailoring my own clothes about 5 or 6 years ago. And just took it from there. Once I tailored my own clothes, people would ask me when I'm out with my kids, my wife, "Hey man, where you get that suit from? It looks good. Where you get that from?" I said, "Well, honestly, I did it myself." So then I got the brand and I took it from there. So that's what Gabe is, and that's what GC Fitted is. Again, I'm just a normal guy, just making it as I go. So, and I'm sorry, Joel, but I want to show the fashion as well as show it at a affordable price, because a lot of custom are expensive.
Yes,
they're expensive. So I want to change the game and push it out to the world. That's why I really appreciate this podcast. I know you're in New York, I'm in Texas.
Yes.
And I want to make sure that I'm able to reach all people across America.
Yes, yes. So you said you just started making it up as a kid or a teenager or a young man. Were you taught how to like sew and sim? Was it, or is it like something throughout your family? You know, not to get off topic real quick, but you know, I'm curious about that one.
Yeah, that's a great question. It's actually my wife. My wife's grandmother was a seamstress, and she started her sewing. Me and my wife, we've been married for 9 years. It'll be 10 years in May.
Congrats.
Thank you. It's a blessing. And she started sewing again. She introduced it to me, and I just took it from there. Of course, I put my sauce on it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Was it hard for you to pick up, or it kind of just came natural?
It came kind of natural because I already knew the slim fit, and then I'm good with math. So sewing is all about, it's really more mathematical than the actual machine. Because if you know how to take off half an inch, 1/8, 1/4, whatever you're doing, the machine does it for you. Of course, you have to thread it. You have to know your different machines. If you're doing a straight stitch, if you're doing a depending on where you're at on the garment. But most items are just straight stitch. If you're doing a blind stitch, which is for your half garments when you're doing your legs, you know, to give the actual cuff link if you want cuffs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it came kind of natural.
Okay, cool. So I mean, you told us the inspiration behind it. You told us how it came natural to you, and you said you've been doing it for the past 5 years. But how long has it been since you kind of established the brand GC Fitted?
It's been about a year. Of course, 2022 is going to be a great year for me. I got a lot of things coming up with one of the radio DJs here, which is, his name is DJ Hardbody Chaotic.
Yes.
I got some coming up with different rappers, etc. So it's been about a year for me. Of course, videos, photos, getting my name out there.
Okay. So within that year, and you said you've been doing it for the past 5 years. Where does some of your ideas or your visualization comes from when it goes into tailoring a suit?
Well, my ideas as far as tailoring the suit goes into the actual customer's body type and their style. I could look at a fella and just guesstimate. Matter of fact, me and my wife, we was at a New Year's Eve event, and I was talking to a gentleman, and I said, you're about a 36, 32. And he was like, you know what you did, people couldn't even do at Men's Warehouse. I'm like, this is GC Fitted, because I've been dealing with garments for so long. I'm not sure, like, for instance, how tall are you, Joel?
I'm like between like 5'6", 5'7", about 160, 165.
Okay, you said about 5'7". Okay, you say 165?
Yeah, about 165.
And you're about you're roughly about a 30, 31 waist, maybe right at a 28, 29-ish length.
Okay.
Is that about?
That's about right.
Okay.
Now, my issue with suits is I have shirts and suits is that I have long arms.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes down to, it's hard to get the right shirt to get the right suit jacket. Sometimes, my shirt is too short, and then my suit jacket's too long. So, someone like you is who, what really brings me to your attention because of the issues I have when it comes down to purchasing shirts and suits.
Absolutely. And that's, man, I'm glad you said that, my brother, because that's something I definitely specialize in. I can taper the sleeves, also shorten the sleeve, because like you said, kind of these are a little long, because your arms are a little longer, etc. Like I said, men, we need to understand the garments, and that's why you have somebody like me that comes in and I specialize in. And again, I want to make sure that my garments are at affordable prices. So my suits, if we want to get into that part, they start at $350. And when I tell prices, they like, oh man, are you serious? Or they want to try it out. That's why I'm doing photos, videos, etc. And now, when they see my fabrics, when they feel my fabrics, as well as the tailoring of my fabric, they like, and I have repeat customers.
Now, I seen the suit that you mentioned that you just made for that DJ. I seen it on Instagram. I seen some other patterns, and like, are you just sometimes at home and say, all right, I want to do a checker suit, I want to do a pinstripe, I want to do this color, and you kind of just write it down and put it down, or do like, a prefab suit just to have ready, or everything is just, how does that work for you?
Well, how does it work is I have different tiers of fabric. So I have my signature fabrics, which is more of business casual. The signature fabrics are more solid colors. I have my premium fabric, which is a little bit higher in brand, dealing with the fabric. It's more of your patterns, your pinstripes, etc. Okay. And then I have my presidential fabric, which is for galas, proms, etc. And it has different patterns in there as well. So I have my customers choose out of my fabric, and I can make anything for them. If they want just a blazer, I can do a blazer. If they want a blazer, vest, and pants, we can make that happen. So that's how I do it for them.
Okay. So down in Texas, what's like the kind of like the go-to style for a suit down in Texas?
Well, like I said, right now it's a little chilly. Typically, if we were going to have this interview, of course, I'll be outside. I would have had, just a regular white beater on. But typically down here in Texas, we wear single-breasted peak lapel suits. Okay. We picked the interview for a perfect day because it's never really chilly. It was just I think 80 degrees. Right now it's 50 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah. So but I have a good smoke while I talk to you, because this is Talkin Sticks. And
Yes.
by the way, shout out to my cigar group, which is Stoves and Bow Ties. You can go follow.
Okay.
Yeah, we pretty much trying to revamp the cigar life in Houston. You know, bringing class back to it. Suits, ties, bow ties, elegant dresses for the ladies, different events that we host. So yeah, shout out to my cigar group.
Yes, I've seen stogies and bow ties. I've seen it. I've been trying to. I like y'all setup, how y'all have it. Period. About for the events that y'all do. It's very appealing, very attractive, and I kind of talked about that on another episode about how, you know, everything with cigars, you know, it differentiates. You could wear a Scully and a hoodie t-shirt, and then next you know you want to be dapper. You know, you want the fedora, you want the suit, you want the tux, you want to look on point. So, you know, that's the good thing about cigar smoking, because you could put every little fashion into it. But as I always say, when it's time to get right, it's time to get right. So, and I like that. And I like that about Stogie and Bow Ties. You guys are always, the men and women that are presenting Stogie and Bow Ties are always, you know, dapper to the fullest. And it's just nice to see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We definitely appreciate that. And for us to reach you guys in New York, that's definitely appreciated.
Well, you told me about everything for the men. What are some? Is it a pants and suit set for women, or is it like dresses or gowns? How does it go for the women sometimes?
Yes, sir. For women, it's the same. I'm actually in production as we speak for a pants and suit set for my wife. So for my wife, we're doing a blazer dress. So the blazer, a little bit mid-thigh area, and it's going to match my blazer as well. It's gonna be fire, Joel. It's gonna be fire. So that's why I'm doing a lot of production of pictures and videos, etc. So when it comes to women, I can make a slim fit suit form, a double-breasted suit form. I'm bringing out the blazer dresses. Women, they do love that, especially for summertime looks. Mm-hmm. It could be business casual as well as event casual, because it's a blazer dress, so they could dress it up, dress it down. You know, they could be sexy. You know, women, they want to, they always want to have something hug them, a curve, and that's what I specialize in.
Okay, so since we're doing this, you know, virtual interview, you know, you in Houston, I'm in New York. For the people that are not in Houston, can they go about getting GC Fitted?
Absolutely. For the people that's not in Houston, I do a virtual consult. My consultation is free. We'll just schedule it. They follow me online, Instagram at GC_fitted, or look at my website, www.gcfitted.com. They can submit their form to me. It's on my website. I'm a very organized guy, so that's just kind of how I operate.
Yes.
Because I do know body sizes, my form is on there, but during a consultation, I can measure them over the phone.
Wow.
Yeah, I can measure them over the phone. What I'll basically do, because I did it before, I had a client that's in Atlanta. What I did for him, I have my measurement chart in front of me, and they also have it in front of them. And I tell them exactly what measurements to take, and I write it down.
Okay. All right. Did you come up with that idea, or it was, you know, presented to you, or how did you come about doing the virtual consultation?
It's all me. It's all me, Joey. I'm a pretty strategic guy. I created my measurement chart. It's a detailed measurement chart to make sure that we get your right measurement from your front taper all the way to the back. A lot of guys, when they put on their blazer and their shoulders be all puffy, they don't understand that that's not an actual fit look. You know, it's not 1990 anymore. It's 2022. Yeah. So, you know, your shoulder, it has to fit flush, smooth around your bicep, around your forearms, even your your ankles. It all it is smooth. So I made my custom measurement chart with detailed measurements, your waist, your stomach, etc.
Okay. Well, I'm learning a lot, even more, and that's interesting to know. I mean, the creativity that you come up with is, you know, I believe takes the fashion game to another level, as far as the tailor and as far as, you know, just looking dapper. You know, some people sometimes want the, you know, that pre-made suit just to put on and they want it to look right, but you know, you got to invest in yourself. You want to look the par, you got to invest in yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So Gabe, before I go into the Talkin Sticks question of the hour, I mean, we were just breezing through and we was talking. Is there anything else that you would like to highlight about yourself with GC Fitted that I may not have asked so far?
Honestly, Joel, I think we had a pretty good talk. I highlighted what I do with my wife and kids. I'm also a football coach.
Oh, okay.
I coach Little League. I've been coaching they were 5. My oldest son, he's 15 now, so that still how long that goes. I'm just an active guy, and I want to put out my brand to the world.
Well, that's what Talkin Sticks is here for, to bring the cigar smokers, the non-cigar smokers, the workers that just take their time and want to listen to a nice podcast and want to get and support another entrepreneur. That's what Talkin Sticks is here for, is to bring everyone together and help expose and promote another brand. Because if you made it through COVID or you started during COVID, I feel like, you know, you shouldn't have to pay big bucks for promotion or anything like that anymore, because we're on social media. And if social media can make a meme famous, we can make other businesses famous, and we can all work together.
Absolutely, my brother. We could toast to that one.
I'll take the toast to that one too. So, as I always ask the Talkin Sticks question of the hour, what can the Talkin Sticks family expect from GC Fitted in the near future?
Well, I think the Talkin Sticks family can definitely expect more interaction from GC Fitted. I connected to another good brother, so we definitely want to do this again. We're going to talk offline as well. You guys can expect more videos, more photos, more production from me. I do love to travel, so you guys, depending on how this relationship goes, I definitely can get a flight out there to New York, measure you guys up, give you guys some of the GC Fitted interaction and production, which is a personal touch.
Okay. All right. So Talkin Sticks family, look out for that. We're going to work. We're going to talk offline, but we're going to work. We're going to get GC Fitted up here in New York. So if you're big into fashion, you want a custom suit, we're going to figure something out and we're going to make it happen. So Gabe, once again, before we go, please let everybody know where they can find you, your website, and your social media again.
Absolutely. My website is www.gcfitted.com. You definitely can find me there. You can see my fabrics. I also sell shoes as well. Again, I want to make sure that I reach people and make sure that you're getting a custom-made suit at an affordable price. Yes. Again, affordable price can be different to everybody, but my suits are not $1,000. They're not $1,500. They're custom-made, tailor-made, handmade, and they start at $350. My presidential starts at $500. Again, once people interact with me, they see how I am and they see my actual product, they love it. You can find me on Instagram at GC_Fitted. You will see more pictures and videos. I'm in production right now with several rappers. I did a suit for Dr. Rose. He's in Dallas. So I did a suit for one of the most hottest DJs here in Houston, which is DJ Hard Body Chaotic. Shout out to Hard Body Chaotic, man. I appreciate all the support he has shown GC Fitted. Thank you again.
All right, so Talkin Sticks family, I want to say thank you to Gabe and GC Fitted I also want to say, as I always do, for whatever cigar I'm smoking, I want to say thank you, Brooklyn Smoke Cigars, for the House of Cadazz. Please check them out. My ashtray and my 412 comes from Elevate Bar Company. And I also have to give a shout out to the ladies of Above the Flame for the hoodie, who's keeping me warm outside today. I want to give a shout out to them. So once again, as I always say to everyone, please be safe. This is the start of the new year. Focus on your plan, work your plan, reach your goals, and whatever little downfalls come, just know you can always get back up and keep pushing. So nothing else to say, family. I want to say thank you and peace, love, and God bless.